If you are the person who is always chronically late, the one sprinting out the door, apologizing again, promising yourself you'll do better tomorrow, psychology wants you to know something important. You are not lazy, not disrespectful, not irresponsible. You simply experience time differently than most people, and your brain is wired in ways that make punctuality a battlefield you never meant to enter. When you swear you have plenty of time, when you genuinely believe, I'll leave in 5 minutes, when you optimistically imagine the world will cooperate with your schedule, you are falling into something psychologists call the optimism bias, the brain's built-in habit of expecting the best-case scenario every single time. You think a drive takes 15 minutes because it takes 15 minutes under perfect celestial alignment. Green lights, no traffic, keys already in hand, shoes magically tied. Meanwhile, real life, messy, slow, unpredictable, adds layers your brain simply doesn't calculate. This optimism makes you late, yes, but it also makes you more hopeful, more resilient, more willing to believe things will work out, which is a beautiful way to live even if it makes you 20 minutes behind. But optimism alone doesn't explain why you can't leave the house when you're supposed to, and that comes down to something deeper. You are a transition perfectionist. Your brain hates leaving loops open. You must check the stove, answer that email, fix your collar, reorganize your bag, because psychologically, incomplete tasks create internal pressure. Most people can walk away mid-task, but your brain pulls you back into completion mode. It's not disorganization, it's cognitive rigidity, a difficulty with task switching that forces you to finish one mental environment before confidently entering the next. And then comes the biggest culprit of them all, time blindness. You do not feel time passing in the way others do. For most people, minutes tick linearly, but for you, time is a mood, a sensation, a soft cloud you sink into until suddenly it evaporates. You glance at your phone thinking 5 minutes passed, it was 40. You start a quick task and fall into a flow state, that deep mental immersion common in creatives, intuitive thinkers, and people with ADHD traits. Your mind locks in, the outside world dissolves. That deep focus ability is a superpower when used intentionally, but it becomes a curse when you're supposed to catch a train. And even when you do know you should leave, you still struggle because your brain has one more quirk. You are an urgency responder. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning and motivation, doesn't activate fully until pressure hits. When there's plenty of time, your brain is unfocused, drifting, unmotivated. The moment you're almost late, adrenaline hits, clarity spikes, and suddenly you can move, think, function. You don't wait until the last minute because you're irresponsible. You wait because that's the only time your brain finally wakes up. So if you are always behind schedule, always rushing, always telling yourself, I swear I didn't mean to, please understand, you're not flawed, you're wired differently. Your brain values the present more than the future. It thrives on flow, creativity, spontaneity, immersion, not countdown timers. You live in moments while others live in minutes. And while yes, this creates chaos sometimes, it also makes you imaginative, hopeful, deeply focused, and beautifully human. With a few realistic tools, timers set earlier than you think you need, alarms labeled leave now, external structure for your internal rhythm, you can work with your wiring instead of fighting it. And if you are the friend who's always running, always optimistic, always sprinting into life with a laugh and a sorry I'm late, drop a running emoji in the comments, because this is your tribe. And if you want to understand the psychology behind the habits, patterns, and quirks that shape your life, subscribe to the Knownsense, because your mind is worth understanding.